guys, this is Count LF for another episode of MOCTalks, and today I am talking about Sanso and Tuuli. This is Sanso, this is Tuuli, and these two have been voted a couple times. In this case, they got one vote, and it was a tie between these guys and the green thing that I made on a live stream. It was a tie because there were only 2 votes in the comments. And that's fine, I guess, because I kind of let this channel die, and therefore my audience is severely smaller than it used to be. But basically, please suggest things if you are watching. If you don't, please request what the next one is, because that's how I try and determine what to do for the next one. So I had to flip a coin, and these guys won out. So let's talk about them after a minute of stupid mumbling. So, Santo and Tuuli were 2 Lematoran. They are canon Lematoran, technically. They were both featured in the Motunui Online game. And I believe, either the Motunui Online game or Motunui Online game 2. I want to say he's in both. I don't know about him, Tuuli, but basically, these were kind of 2 stock Lematoran I built. The main appearance on my channel currently is they were apparently either one or both of them are in the mythology video that I made, because as a video about Motunui and the Toa, I obviously needed a bunch of stock Matoran for whenever I needed shots showing Matoran. And so obviously these guys were perfect for that. But I did not build them for that original intended purpose. Their original intended purpose was for a single Motunui episode called Mata episode called Tree Troubles. It starred Liwa and Tahu getting into some shenanigans, and these 2 Lematoran show up. And I don't want to get into it because this episode is technically done. I fully filmed it. I got all the voices. I don't think I edited all the lines together. I got a good chunk of it, though. And the only thing that isn't done about that episode is these 2's voices, which is really silly because I could cast anyone as these. I want to say part of the reason was at the time I had Bionicle in mind to voice one of them, and I think I was just going to voice the other because why not? But yeah, I never actually got those voices together. I didn't get anybody to do them. My uncle never did them. I never did them. So they are still completely mute. And they did have lines in the video. It was a live action kind of video because I did shoot outside, so it wasn't a proper stop motion. And that actually ties into, there is a second reason why I never released that mod episode, because I'm not the kind of guy who just sits on something for no reason. I usually have a bunch of dumb built-in reasons in my mind, but this reason wasn't as dumb or built-in. Usually there are a bunch of different not a bunch, but like 3 or 4 different mod projects that never came together for a number of reasons. Usually because I never fully finished them because they involved certain scenes that were a little complicated to edit and make. This was not one of them. This one was... I originally made this just as a single episode, and under those terms, yeah, I should have just uploaded it. But when I started the kind of segue series, I guess, the mini series of Kopaka and Tahu going to find Liwa, I intended for this to be a part of that series. I believe, because the main reason that never took off, and I don't think I've ever gotten into this before, but I made the 1 episode and I never made any others, because shooting outside was difficult, and I kept trying to find different good locations, and every time, like, something would be really frustrating. I want to say that episode I shot, like, 3 or 4 different times in 3 or different grassy kind of locations, and it was just not coming together. Either the weather outside wasn't great and the lighting was getting dark. I always just, it was really my fault. And the fact that I was doing it at college also had a big contributing factor to do with it. It was just a lot for me to do at the time. So that series never came together, and that's part of the reason why I never released this episode, because I wanted it to be a later episode of that, as like it would eventually have Tawa get split up from Kopaka, then Tawa would find Liwa, and then that little episode would happen. Where these two are involved. Yeah, basically most of this hasn't even been about these two. And that's, to be fair, there's not really much else to say about these two. As far as appearance goes, the original designs, like the Motunui builds for these guys, are supposed to be teal as a traditional Lematoran color. Obviously, these pieces do not exist in teal, and it is difficult to upsize Lematoran in teal, so I made them light blue. Yeah, it's a close thing. And I guess another reason why I wanted to use this guy in particular was because I had this mask, and it is cool that it has a misprint version. So yeah, that's fun. But I really have talked way too long about these guys. I mean, it's mostly by not talking about these guys. But hopefully, if you like Mata, you found some of this fascinating. And I almost guarantee that I will just drop it. I won't. I almost definitely will not continue that series. Which I also failed to mention. I did attempt trying to do like a green screen version where it was stop motion with grassy backgrounds, but that looked so bad in my initial tests for that, and I just was not. That series, really, it should have come about because it would have been really fairly easy to film, but it just never did, and I don't think it ever will. But I will almost definitely upload this episode at some point, because why not? It's kind of cute. It's not amazing or anything, but it's probably one of the slightly better episodes. Almost 7 minutes in. Okay, well, thank you for watching. This has been Sanso and Tuuli. They're pretty simple. And that's basically all I have to say about them. Maybe they will pop up in the backgrounds of future mod episodes. I think they might have also been in the one where Liwa talks to all his buddies. All the Toa talk to their Matoran. Now that I think about it, but I don't know. Either way, that's kind of a side note. I'm going to end this by not only really asking you to request other things next time. I try to give little options at the end of things that I haven't done. I haven't done Jenkins still. Obviously, I haven't done the mutated Agori thing that people keep requesting. Ha ha ha, yeah, it's named for mutated Agori, whatever. I haven't done Maku and Huki. And I haven't done Silver Cow, and I haven't done President Jube. There's still a bunch of things that you can request. So please feel free to request any of those. And final note, I am probably also going to do a live stream. If some of you who, probably only a few of you, have really been keeping up with this channel and know that I've been doing weekly live streams with IDS 5621, and I just got a bunch of new stuff. I just bought a big lot off online, and I got these 3 Vizirac in box, used of course, but they were disassembled in box, and I thought, hey, what a perfect opportunity to do this, you know, make a stream with it and build some stuff. I also have a bunch of other pieces because it came with a lot of crap, so I'll be building those things here as well. But yeah, so please come for that. That will be on Saturday. I don't know if IDS will be there, but I'm definitely intending to stream, and if something else potentially came up, I would obviously say something. So yeah, get hyped for that if you have any kind of interest. Conversation is obviously up in the air. We usually just talk, whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is probably going to be one of the longest ones for some reason, but hopefully if you did watch all of this, you actually did like it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.